Now, your top campus stories with Marissa Day and Olivia Felix. Weather with Maddox Emmerich and BNN Blitz covering campus sports with Eli Bennis. This is Blue Gold News Now.
Good evening, I'm Liv Felix.
And I'm Eli Bennis.
Thank you so much for joining us. Coming up tonight, a new accessible crosswalk on Water Street.
A look into UW Eau Claire's Viennese Ball.
And your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports on BNN Blitz.
But first, the Eau Claire Jazz Festival is back for its 59th year. Organized by the UW Eau Claire Music Program, the festival is on Friday, April 17th, all through downtown Eau Claire. The festival includes a jazz crawl, which goes from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. The jazz crawl is inspired by the New York jazz scene and will have more than 20 venues and 50 music groups playing. Some of the music at the jazz crawl ranges from swing and bebop to Latin. Those who wish to attend the jazz crawl will need to purchase an all-access wristband, which will give attendees access to every participating venue. In addition to the crawl, the concert series will be held at the Pablo Center on April 17th and the 18th. The concert will feature former Count Basie Orchestra lead trumpeter Byron Stripling and longtime member of the Lincoln Center Orchestra trombonist Wycliffe Gordon. Tickets can be purchased for the concert on www.pablocenter.org.
A chance to help save the planet is taking place on Saturday for Earth Month. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the Sonnentag Center is holding an Earth Fest event. Previously known as Earth Week Open House, this event will help connect people to each other and to resources that they can use to be more sustainable. ECEF will feature a wide array of activities such as vendor tabling, sustainability awards, workshops, and UW Eau Claire student sustainability research presentations. There will also be a clothing swap and a collection of gently used bikes for the UW Eau Claire Bike Share program. You can find more information about the event and a link to their webpage on Blue Gold Connect Plus.
A UW Eau Claire student is pushing for a safer crosswalk on Water Street.
BNN reporter Preston Whitford has more on the story.
Thanks, Eli and Liv. A busy intersection near UW Eau Claire could soon be getting a safety upgrade thanks to one student's advocacy. The intersection of 3rd and Water Street is a high-traffic area near campus, where students and community members cross daily. Nearby buildings like Aspeson Mogensen Hall bring a steady flow of foot traffic to the area, with cars and pedestrians constantly moving through the intersection. Crossing can be difficult at times. Becca Roth, a UW Eau Claire student, pushed for changes after experiencing these challenges firsthand. Her advocacy has led to plans for a set of rapidly flashing pedestrian crossing signs. Pedestrians will be able to press a button to activate flashing lights, alerting drivers to stop. I spoke with Roth about what she hopes this change will mean.
I hope it means that we have promoted accessibility and awareness about accessibility in this environment. I've been really pleased that so many people are interested in hearing about this issue, because it's not only good for this specific situation and remedying this specific intersection, but also ensuring that we can make future changes like this in our community.
The new crossing signs are expected to be installed in the near future. I'm BNN reporter Preston Whitford. Back to you, Eli and Liv.
Thanks, Preston. On Monday, April 20th, the Menard Center for Constitutional Studies, or MCCS, is holding a discussion on birthright citizenship and the original meaning of the 14th Amendment. The panel discussing the topic features leading scholars from all over the country. Those on the panel consist of Cesar Cuauhtémoc from the Ohio State University, Paul Finkelman of the University of Toledo, and UWC's own Cady Barona Lopez. The event will go from 4:30 to 6 p.m. in Centennial Hall Room 1415. The event is free to attend.
An opportunity to live your pitch-perfect dream. UW Eau Claire's Music and Theater Arts program is holding choral auditions for fall 2026. Auditions are open to all UWEC students, staff, and community members. There are many terrific opportunities for voice and choral students to perform in both concert and theatrical settings. You can even earn a credit towards your degree. The procedure for the audition will consist of 1. Vocalizing to hear your range, timbre, and agility, 2. Tonal memory exercises, and 3. Sight singing. The auditions will be held in Dr. Christy Halverson's office, HFA 253. Auditions last until April 23rd. For more information, please visit uwec.ly/sing.
In celebration of Earth Week, Eau Claire Outdoors is hosting a group hike on Sunday, April 19th at 12 p.m. The hike is a 4.5-mile loop hike and will go through the Ice Age Trail. Hikers are asked to meet at the Chippewa Ice Age Unit Interpretive Center. All ages and abilities are welcome to participate in the hike. While the event is free, it is encouraged to register. To register, go to www.eauclaireoutdoors.com. This past Saturday night, students and local community members stepped back in time, arriving to Davies in glittering gowns and polished shoes to be a part of the Viennese Ball. The event brings elegance and glamour to campus.
BNN reporter Olivia Rommel has more.
On Saturday, from 7 o'clock p.m. to 1 o'clock a.m., the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire hosted its annual Viennese Ball this year. UWEC students and local members gathered for a night of celebrating music, dance, and tradition. Attendees were welcomed on the first floor to listen to some orchestra and enjoy some Viennese-served food. I spoke with the event coordinator about what went into planning V-Ball.
It takes a while to be able to recruit almost 100 people to be able to work with me that week. Also, and trying my best to plan ahead enough so that I can utilize their time effectively when they get here. Because there's hundreds of individual things that need to be done throughout the week leading up to the event, and trying to keep those things organized and planned out so that the time that I have those volunteers around, that it can be used effectively and efficiently.
The third floor hosted the ball itself, beginning the night with performances by the UW-Eau Claire Music and Theater Arts Department, including the Symphony Orchestra and the Jazz Ensemble. Later in the night, the atmosphere changed as DJ Yomchi played some less traditional music for students who stayed late. I spoke with an attendee who shared her thoughts on the Viennese Ball.
It was very exciting. I got to wear clothes that you normally don't get to wear those types of clothes because you normally don't. There normally isn't a ball in your vicinity, so it was very fun.
The event concluded with a thanks from the UWEC Music Department. For BNN News, I'm Olivia Rommel.
Thanks, Olivia. BNN will be right back after this break.
Stick around for your weather forecast and an update on Blue Gold Sports on BNN Blitz.
Thank you, Evan and Liv. Good evening. I'm future forecaster Maddox Emmerich with your weather report tonight. It's hot. My attempted manifestation from last week with this background seemed to have worked, at least for today. We're seeing the sun, feeling the heat. It's a very nice change of pace. Enjoy it while it lasts, though, because for the rest of this week, we could say it isn't looking bright. Today, we're sitting at a toasty high of 77 degrees, a low of 56 degrees, and an average temperature of 71 degrees. I hope you like clouds. I don't. All this business here is very upsetting to me. I don't know why it does this. We had one day of sun. I feel like it's taunting me. Anywho, Friday we'll be expecting some more storms in case you didn't get your fill earlier this week, with a high of 77 and a low of 31. Saturday we'll be seeing some clouds with a high of 43 and a low of 27. Sunday we'll be seeing slightly less clouds with a high of 50 and a low of 26. Monday follows suit with a high of 62 and a low of 51. As does Tuesday with a high of 74, and a low of 45. Sorry about that. Going into Wednesday, the only different thing is a low of 48. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Four of the same icon in a row. That's a record. Looking around the area, we're all getting faked out. Winona and La Crosse sit slightly warmer than us at 73 degrees. Across the border, Rochester sees a warm 72, And even further, Mankato sees the warmest temperature of us at 78. The city boys in the bustling metropolis of Minneapolis see a warm 76. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. Tune in next week to see clouds, probably. Clouds and clouds and more clouds, maybe another storm. Anything could happen. I've been future forecaster Maddox Emmerich. Now over to Marissa for sports on BNN Blitz.
Hi, I'm Chancellor Mike. Please don't click the link.
We're data security. Please don't click the link.
Welcome to BNN Blitz. I'm Marissa Day with your weekly recap of Blue Gold sports action. The women's golf team turned in a strong showing at the Gusty Spring Classic, finishing third overall with a team score of 649, just one stroke shy of a second-place finish. Junior Lily Kaminsky led the Blue Golds with an impressive performance, placing second individually after rounds of 75 and 77. Tally Schlindwein also made a big impact, tying for third and bouncing back with a four-stroke improvement in her second round. Elizabeth Herman added to the team's success with a consistent outing, finishing sixth after posting identical plus 12 scores of 84 in both rounds. Rounding out the lineup, Rianne Hayden finished tied for 22nd while competing as an individual, and senior Jillian Johnson placed 33rd. Freshman Lainey Edicus and Brie Novak tied for 54th, while Claire Stoffel finished 71st. The Blue Golds now look ahead to this weekend when they travel back to Minnesota for the Rumble at the Ridge. UW Eau Claire softball split a doubleheader with 16th-ranked UW Oshkosh on Saturday at Bollinger Field. The Blue Golds dropped Game 1 6-0 as the Titans jumped out early with a first-inning home run and never looked back. UW Oshkosh added 3 more runs in the third and another in the seventh. Claire Beck went 6 in the third innings in the loss, allowing 6 runs on 13 hits, while Nora Kutnick had led the Blue Golds' effort with 2 hits. The Blue Golds responded in Game 2, though, with a 3-0 win. Eau Claire struck first in the opening inning when Jane Wallace drove in Paige Lathrop, who reached and stole second base. The offense added insurance in the sixth, highlighted by a solo home run from Kutnick and an RBI single from Haley Hagedorn. Casey Felden sealed the win with a complete game shutout, her first of the season, allowing just 3 hits and striking out 5. With the split, UW Eau Claire moves to 21-5 on the year, and both Lathrop and Felden were awarded WIAC Athlete of the Week thanks to their strong showing over the weekend. Blue Gold softball will be back in action on Saturday at UW Platteville. Coming up for Blue Gold Athletics this weekend, starting on Friday, April 17th, UWEC Track and Field heads to La Crosse to participate in the Phil Eston Challenge, and men's tennis will head out east to take on UW Stevens Point. Saturday kicks off with baseball at home in a doubleheader versus UW La Crosse, and women's tennis hosting Bethany Lutheran at the Menard Tennis Center, with men's tennis also facing the Bethany Lutheran Vikings later in the day. On the road, women's golf is set to participate in Bethel University's Rumble at the Ridge, followed by softball in a doubleheader at UW Platteville, and women's lacrosse at Augsburg University also beginning at 1 p.m. Finally, on Sunday, baseball will host 2 more games against the UW Lacrosse Eagles for Youth Day at Carson Park, and women's tennis will host both the University of Minnesota Morris and UW Superior to round off the weekend. You can find all of these broadcasts and more on the WIAC network. That's all I have for you tonight. I'm Marissa Day. Back to you, Eli and Liv.
Gary will be asking me the questions. All we ask is that you just look at him and you guys are having a conversation. Just try to avoid the cameras. I know they're kind of right there. Yeah. But yeah, Gary's asking me a series of questions. We'll go from there. All right.
that's the vision. Tell him that's the vision. Tell him that's the vision.
Thanks, Marissa. Colorado transportation is giving Crossy Road a whole new meaning. That's why this is our favorite story of the week. In a mountain state like Colorado, there's an average of one wildlife vehicle crash per day along I-25 during the fall and spring active seasons. Highway overpasses and underpasses play a crucial part to solving this problem for animal and human safety.
Wildlife such as moose, elk, black bears, mountain lions, and pronghorn are able to safely cross over the 6 lanes of interstate highway traffic along I-25 using a new overpass. Not just any overpass, but the largest wildlife overpass in North America.
The Colorado Department of Transportation completed construction of the new structure in Douglas County this last December. Located between the cities of Lake Spur and Monument, the bridge connects 39,000 acres of habitat on both sides, measures 200 feet wide and 209 feet long.
The state's research shows the overpass successfully being used by both large and small mammals. The new bridge is expected to reduce wildlife vehicle crashes by 90%.
The Greenland Overpass was specifically designed to provide more safety for elk and pronghorn, which needs the space. In an article from Good News Network, Colorado Governor Jared Polis shares, quote, "The I-25 Greenland Overpass is a monumentous feat. Colorado is leading the way in reducing wildlife vehicle collisions and protecting critical habitat for generations to come." Crossy Road mention, also Animal Crossing mention. I'm glad that they were able to make something so that the animals can get home safe.
Yeah, and our wildlife is so important, so it was nice that they were able to add that.
Yeah, that's all we have for you tonight.
Join us next week for your latest news, updates, and weather.
Make sure to check us out at mytv10.uwec.edu and at UWEC10 TV10 on Instagram, TikTok, and subscribe to our channel on YouTube. I'm Liv Felix.
And I'm Eli Bennis. Thanks for tuning in, and good night.